Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you're new to the page, be sure to give us a like and a sub so you don't miss any of the content we have coming out. And today we're going to be diving into Dark Knight's Death Metal, our guidebook. If you haven't been keeping up with Dark Knight's Metal, I'll be sure to leave a link so you guys can check that out. You can check out everything going on with Dark Knight's Metal right now. Now, this guidebook is going to really fill in the gaps for us. It's going to give us what happened after our heroes went into the portal to battle Perpetua. So without further ado, let's dive into this issue. Alright guys, so getting into this issue, we're met with a pretty unique map here of the Metalverse. And so it's just giving us a little bit of a diagram of what Earth looks like now that it's been reimagined by the Batman Who Laughs. Alright, so our story picks us up with a cloaked individual. And they're really telling us, remember how the world was. Because that is not how the world is anymore. So much has changed in only a few short months. You know, the night that the skies turned black and all of the Batmen fell from the sky for pouring out of the dark multiverse. All of our heroes were off battling Perpetua. So there was literally nobody to protect from the sheer devastation that the Batman were going to rain down on them. And what heroes were left on Earth, they really did try putting up a fight. They tried putting up a battle, but at the end of the day, they just weren't enough to battle Batman that had literally been training to take on their counterparts and other heroes their entire lives. And we see the West Coast fall with the death of Captain Atom and a nuclear explosion, courtesy of Dr. Arkham, which is one of the mad scientist Batmen. You know, what was remaining of the mages left on Earth, they also tried to gather and go against Batmage. And they failed drastically. The Teen Titans and the Titans, they all tried to take on Darkfather, which is the apocalyptic version of Batman, and they as well fell. The Suicide Squad tried taking on Bat-Homet, that failed, and Gotham was literally taken over by a sentient living city, kind of like Danny the Brick, if you guys are familiar with Doom Patrol. And so when the Justice League returned from battling Perpetua, missing memory but not really understanding what's going on, but all they really remember was fear and the blast of energy. So there's no really understanding of what happened still. But they didn't have time to litigate all of this. The Batmen were taking over the world. And so they all decided to split up, go their own ways, and try to protect each of their home fronts. And this is exactly what the Batman Who Laughs had anticipated them to do. And so one by one, the Batman hunted down what was left of the Justice League. And we see the death of Martian Manhunter. We see Jon Stewart getting subdued by the Bat Lantern. Batman unable to defeat his counterparts, being chased down by 20 or so Batmen. Flash comes to his rescue and they hightail it out of there. An opportunity to make a final stand, if you will. But most of the fighting stopped when we saw Superman fall. When Superman fell to Darkfather, that is when everybody, the last gasp of open rebellion, died. It was just such a devastating blow to the people left on Earth. Like, of everybody to fall, Superman has fallen. And the battle between Perpetua and Wonder Woman had burnt out the sun. And so the Batman Who Laughs had essentially made a plan for Superman. And so he harnessed the power of Superman to fuel the sun. Pretty much a reminder to all those that have hope. This is the cost of hope. And this is where we start to see all of our heroes kneel. Aquaman kneels, Wonder Woman kneels. All simply to save their people, the Atlanteans, Themyscira, things of that nature. And so we see Themyscira turn into the hellscape it is now. And with that, the Batman Who Laughs has total control. The world has fallen under his regime. Humanity at this point is rounded up. And those who sided with evil, they were turned into essentially monsters to contribute to the army. And for the ones that chose to side with the heroes, they were all used as crisis antennas, is what they're called. And this is essentially fuel for Perpetua as she destroys universe after universe. Any surviving heroes were all hunted down and they were imprisoned inside of New Apocalypse. The only escape would send them pretty much into the heart of an artificial sun powered by Superman. So there was literally no chance of them ever escaping, and villains weren't spared either. Villains were all just thrown into this new Themyscira hell. This is life. This is the new normal. This is the new nightmare. This is what the world has become. Now, this individual in a coat, he's met with the Batman. And he resembles Lex Luthor a lot, especially in the next panel. So this could be the dark multiverse version of Lex Luthor, which would be absolutely terrifying to see, as Lex Luthor himself is already so dark. And then we pick up with Lex Luthor himself and Lobo. And so they're looking for the last pieces of death metal before the Batman Who Laughs finds them. And so this is their last chance, essentially, to be able to save the world. Now, this could be the same Lex Luthor that was talking with the Batman Who Laughs. So it goes to question, what is Lex Luthor's part in all of this? And he knows a secret so damning that it could break Wonder Woman. The truth could break her. So what is the truth? What is Lex Luthor's plan? What is he doing? Because right now he's banding together the Legion of Doom again, or at least a remnant of the Legion of Doom. But we all know with Lex Luthor, there's always an alternative plan. Lex Luthor always wants to benefit himself. He's not trying to help humanity or anything like that. This is all for him, as usual. And that will be where this issue ends. Now, there are a few other stories in here covering Harley Quinn, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman. They're fantastic stories. They're just little tidbits of what they were doing, battling Bahamut and things of that nature, before they eventually lost and took on their roles under the Batman Who Laughs. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I really did enjoy this. It's really necessary. Gave us some good fillers, good information. I'm really interested in seeing what's happening with Lex Luthor. Like, it's really almost bothersome. I don't understand what's going on here. Because on one end, it seems like he's working with the Batman Who Laugh. And on the other hand, it looks like he's trying to at least bring back some kind of remnants of normalcy to the way the world was. But yeah, so if you guys haven't yet, be sure to like and subscribe to the page, and until the next video,